Well, it's time for our weekly Ask the Pro segment here on Breakfast Television. We are at Color Your World in Tacoma Drive over in Dartmouth, and this is Richard Coldham. And Richard, it's that time of year, fall. Sometimes a lot of people like to get outside, you know, touch up the paint. Inside as well, getting ready for winter. Good time, you know, summer's gone by.
There's always a good time to paint, sir.
So, how do I pick the proper paint? You know, for example, latex, semi-gloss, glossy.
Good question. Well, picking the proper paint really comes down to what is on the wall now. So what are you starting with? If you already have an oil-based paint on your walls, and you've always had an oil-based paint on the walls, it probably makes sense to keep doing that. If you're a latex person, and frankly 99% of paint out there now is latex paint, then we go with latex paint. In latex paints, we have lots of different shades. Right. We've got glossy latex paints and flat latex paints and shades in between. So our most popular thing we sell is eggshell. That goes in bedrooms and hallways. And
it actually is kind of like the texture of an eggshell.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess hence that's where
yeah, it's not a color. Some people think it's a color.
Yeah.
But we can make it any color at all. And if you think of an egg, it's smooth, not shiny.
Exactly.
So that's an eggshell finish.
Now, if you want the shiny, then that's when you go with the gloss.
Oh yeah, if you want gloss or semi-gloss, we've got those too. Generally use that on trims and things like that.
All right. Now, speaking of which, as far as trims outside, that kind of thing, what time of year should we get that done by? Well,
our days are getting a little bit shorter now. Usually around October 10th, October 15th, we're starting to shut that down just because our days are too short. By the time you start around 11 o'clock in the morning, that's when the dew is evaporated, and you'll go to maybe about 3 o'clock, and then you're starting to run into frost problems. So after that, we sort of shut you down, although if you do get a real good day in November, we have low temperature paints that will allow you to paint all the way down to 2 degrees.
Okay, well, all right. Now, what about interiors? How do I pick the proper color for my room?
Good question. We get asked that all the time. All the time. Picking the right color for the room really depends on what you have in the room now. I mean, nowadays, we're not limited to 400 colors or 500 colors. It's infinite.
Right. Pretty much any color you want to create can be created.
Exactly. So we come up with that color really by getting our customers to bring in something that's already in the room. It could be a piece of fabric, could be a cushion, chair, whatever.
Piece of flooring, whatever.
Whatever. Something to give us a start. If we don't have anything to start with, what happens is we end up negotiating down to maybe a boring beige.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But
now, we mentioned earlier a digital picture, but that may not also necessarily show the proper color either, right? Like if you can actually physically bring something in, that's the best bet.
That's better, because there's a great deal of difference in a digital image compared to the actual fabric or room.
All right.
Yeah.
I have one more question, and this is for my wife, Lori. 2 years ago, we decided we were going to paint our kitchen red.
Yes.
Blood red, I might add. And I only got it about halfway done, and then we kind of stepped away from it, and now she's thinking she might like it a different color.
Sure.
How can I cover up that deep dark red?
Well, we have some special blocking primers that will really cut down the work an awful lot. So just come in and let us know what color you want to go to, and we can get you set up in the proper primer and finish good.
All right.
Work, okay?
Thank you very much,
You're
Richard.
very welcome, sir.
Appreciate it. Color Your World, Tacoma Drive, and also a store in Bedford. www.maritimepros.ca